Yes, welcome everyone. Another video here from the Tokyo Real Estate Man. And I'm here today in Chiba. And this is a beautiful beach that's known as Inubozaki or Saki or Zaki. I think it's Saki. And I've been there many times because I worked in the Japanese wedding business for about 20 years. And I used to do the weddings. And it's a very beautiful beach, and I've just watched this sort of area of Chiba over the last sort of 20 years as I worked. I don't really work, I'm sort of retired from the wedding business, but I worked in it a long time. And I would watch and look at the real estate out here in this area. And I've often talked about it in other videos how it's really a broken market. I think this is really the really nice one to look at. There's actually like a spit. That's what the word sake means. It means like a spit, and it goes from the river, which is the Tonegawa, and it goes out and there's a spit, and it's a beautiful coastline here in Chiba. If you ever have a chance to going there, it's very very beautiful. However, it's unfortunately for like the money side of things. I think it's nice though, isn't it beautiful? It's great. It's really beautiful. However, for the money side of things or the real estate investment things, most of the people that are watching this from this channel were just involved in sort of a discussion about real estate in Japan. And I'm trying to tell people to, okay, there's a beautiful girl. We got to go there. She's got a little video there by the beach. That's nice. Okay. I'm just trying to guide people into markets where there's demand. And when we look here, one of the things that's really useful about this channel or beyond this channel, like if you were to use this software right here, uh, this is at home, of course. And we know from other viewers of this channel that I always talk about you want to see things that are in a sort of when you see a matrix of all different kind of colors, you see a blue and then you see a red and then you see a green and you see a yellow or an orange. That's a really good sign, because what it means is that it's a balanced market and there's different sort of varying levels of demand. There's demand for, in the case of the red pill, as I always call it, there's a demand for the $1 million listing. And in markets like this right here, this is totally broken. This is totally, absolutely broken. This is in just down from Inubosaki. The only thing I can think is there's a one that's a little bit off the bottom in terms of this one right here for Nisengokyakahachijumon, and it's 178 meters of land. That's it. But basically, this is what's known as an illiquid market. And the title of the video today is like Airbnb disasters here in Chiba. And I just happened to stumble across a listing here. I just looking here. I make these videos and I'm learning from these videos as well. And then I just really been thinking about this market in a really big way. Okay, so here you see a sea of blue. Let me move it here over this the city over here. This is Inobosaki, or this is the site. This is the actual spit where it comes out. But let me move it over here. You see a sea of blue. Okay, it's just covered in it, and this is basically for the most part, and this is fairly well located in relation to Tokyo. Okay, but you can see right here, there's absolutely no demand, or if there is demand, it's it's going to take years for you to sell your house, or never. It could very never well go. If you had a really nice piece segment in the marketplace that someone wanted to buy, maybe you could sell it. But basically, when you see the sea of blue like this, it means that there's no demand. Okay, it's really blue pill or ice pill. We could call it, start calling it the ice pill on this channel. Now, I found a couple of samples here in the market, and I found a really cheap one. We're not going to look over the cheap one very long. This is the cheapest one. Will come up to the top of the listing right here. This is for 290 mon, and it's. We'll look at the location briefly. It's a two-story house here. I don't know if there's parking with it or not. There might not be parking. You can see it's for sale. Oh, there is parking. That's good. There is a parking space for it right there. So yeah, you definitely need a car in this sort of area. There's no trains out here at all, so you need a car to access anything in this sort of area. And it's just an old house, probably built, let's guess, in the late 1960s, right? And it's not. There's been no updates at all, and it's basically land price. All the depreciation has been taken out of out of the sort of house over time, which is calculated every year, by the way, in Japan over time. So yeah, there you go. You get the little parking spot right there. I'm assuming that everything in the listing could be working, but it also could be not working as well. So on propane gas. So this is getting away into the countryside, but propane and gas in Japan is industrial industry, water in, water out. I'm assuming that there's going to be electrical there and everything like that. So assuming everything's working, uh, the distance away from it's talking about the distances and stuff like this. But yeah, basically a house like this is almost like a liquid. 142 meters, 102 meters of internal space, two-story building. We can already see. Show you can. It's owned. You would be ownership. This is actually. This is not a bad choice. For example, if you wanted a beach house in Chiba, this is what you want to get into, like a fixer-upper that you could fix up over time. You can see the distance from the beach is really close. There's a Google Maps. Can we even get in there? Can we even get in there? I wonder if we can even get in there to see it. It might even be like a somewhat captured house in some ways, but it's a very pleasant, it's a very pleasant neighborhood. And every time I come, I come here and I'm on the negative thing, but there's like a new build right there, a new build, and there's something built probably in the late in the 1990s. I think we need to turn around though, the other way. What do we have for a car here, by the way? Looks to be like I don't know what that is, Honda Fit maybe. I think I have to come up here and around the corner. You can see there's like a little shopping street here. It's fun to, still fun to drop in here and have like first impressions of what it is. Uh, what is this? Yeah, there's something. There's parking in the back right there. Is that like? Oh, I guess the house. There's the house mark. I found it, but I think it's going to be maybe behind here or something like that. Or have we found it? Have we found it? I'm not even sure. I'm not. Is that the house right there, back there? Yeah, but you can see already that I just wanted to really for people to understand the character, what you're getting into. We could come up here to the satellite picture, and you can see it's a suburban sort of area. And this would be similar to a town that my friend Evan, lived in Tonemachi. And but its proximity to the beach is very, very nice, and it's a very spectacular beach. It is spectacular, and you can see that it's been well constructed too. I guess there would be a tsunami danger here, but yeah, there's danger in life. What do you do? I don't know. There's just danger in life, and that there would be some sort of tsunami sort of warning systems and that there as well. If we drop the golden Google Maps golden guide down here, can we get a view of the ocean? I wonder. I wonder if we can get one if we go down there. And you can see, yeah, look at that. There's totally already like a seawall that's been built there to protect that. You can see the beach is just spectacular. Look at that. It's just absolutely beautiful. Okay, so if you're going to get anything like this is not too bad because it's only, what is this in American dollars? I don't even know, like 18,000 US dollars, for example. Okay, but yeah, we're done with this sample. I want to move here to the other sample in the market, and this was an interesting one. I fell across it, and then when I fell into it, I thought it would be the topic of the video. You see, there's a two car garage right here, and yeah, just two-car garage, basic house, probably built. Let's have a look at the pictures right there, and we can tell. I'll make them a little bit bigger, and then you can see. I guess the proximity to the ocean is really nice, very beautiful though. And then and it was, you can tell already. I could tell by the pictures right away. It's been sort of this is an Airbnb. So, and it says it here in the listing. As soon as I saw the beds, I was like, oh, it's an Airbnb. So yeah, they're just maximizing the space. So it's a very pleasant house and stuff like that. But yeah, and it has the Airbnb license right there right now. But these successful Airbnbs right now in Tokyo, for example, are printing money. They're printing money. However, uh, if this one is being sold, okay, it says, where was it right here? It said, I read it already. Here it is right here. Minpaku, Kyoka, Shitoku, Sumi. It's already got it. You can take it. You'll get the license for this as well. But I think basically this is a failed Airbnb. We're going to assume that everything in here is in the property is working, and then the property, 146 meters, 94 meters of space in the building. We saw it's pretty nice. Everything I assume is working because it is an Airbnb. I wonder if they even had even any customers ever. Like it might have been like a really good idea, but I don't think. I think that even with my wife the other day, we were talking about it. For the most part, I think the foreign tourists, they're going to Shibuya, Shinjuku, Akihabara, Ueno, and maybe Asakusa when they come here to Tokyo, and then they're going to Osaka to Dotonbori, and they're going to Kyoto. Even I saw a post yesterday on Facebook, and everyone was saying they didn't like Kyoto because there was too many. There was just too many tourists. So I think everyone's kind of going to these sort of even here, like this apartment is near Shibuya, but really closer to Nakameguro, my apartment here that I'm staying in right now. And then there's not too many at all tourists down here at all. But the minute you get here to Shibuya, there's lots and stuff like that. So I'm extrapolating from this. I think that that's the pattern that's going on. And then I think Harajuku might be on that list as well. I forgot Harajuku. But aside from those sort of areas, I don't think people are coming out here. And I don't think there's just no demand. And it's just not coming across social media and how people are going to uh, consume like the stuff about the house and everything, like, or not about the house, it's about the pattern of where to go in Japan. I just don't think these kind of areas are on the only reason I know about this area is because I used to like work in this area perhaps. So I think if I drop this Google guy right here, I should be in front of the house, right right anyway. It's got a really good relationship to the beach, but it's already failed. And if things are failing once, why wouldn't they fail again? Or maybe they didn't fail, right? Because I'm going to imagine that these people bought this house pretty cheap, maybe 5 or 6 years ago, and now it didn't work out, and they're going to sell it. Because if it was making money, they would never sell it. And like Airbnbs that basically printed money before, and like they're like they're like invaluable. There's you would never sell it. You never sell it unless it wasn't working out. Anyhow, I can't really locate a house right here. Maybe it's being hidden in terms of just the real estate listing, hiding it right there. But we can come here. The satellite map is sometimes better for it. Anyways, you can see, yeah, it's great relationship to the beach and everything like that. Um, it's a beautiful beach and stuff like that. But yeah, it's failed. It's failed because I think we can come back here. Let's come back here to the to this map. Okay, and then we can extrapolate lots of stuff here. I'll make it bigger, or like we'll move back so we can see. And then I'm going to extrapolate here from this map. Okay, so the Japanese people, mainstream Japanese people. Oh, there's the yellow one. Look at that. There is one piece of yellow right there. And there's one green. Okay, but it's for the most part, this is a broken market. It's totally broken. Uh, and I include myself in this sort of model of thinking. There's no demand for this real estate out here. There's no demand at all. It's totally broken market, right? And then if you're going to pick up something like these in these sort of towns like this, you just got to know that you might never be able to sell it. May never be able to sell it. This is going up into Ibaraki right now, near the port. And then there's some like even here in Ibaraki, when I look in Ibaraki, there's actually more of a balanced market in some ways than Chiba. But that's still pretty broken right there. When you see all this blue stuff like that, like there's nothing. It's totally broken. And then let's come here. Let's like while we're at it, we'll come here, and then we'll come here to. We can go to. We can if we go into central Tokyo, it's probably a better. We'll get a better market sample if we look at used apartments right there, and then we'll come here. We'll come into the Tokyo market right there, and then and I'm not trying to push people into like the Tokyo market as it were. And we can come to the map selection, and we could just move these maps generally always start in Shinjuku because that's where the city hall is located. I wonder if I'm clicking on here right for it to come. Okay, and then I'm not. Okay, so we'll come in here. We can come into can just come into Shinjuku, for example. Okay, and then when we're looking here at the Shinjuku map, we're going to see a more sort of, even when you come into like more, oh my God, I'm sorry, everyone. I thought I clicked it. When you come in to like even closer Chiba toward like Kashiwa or toward like Narita Airport, you see like more of a balance. You see a distribution of colors and stuff like that. Anyhow, this at home page has been really useful for me as a way of like studying markets because of the colorful matrix that that it provides. Okay, let's have a look here. What do we have? Anything? I better move back a little bit here. We're here in so yeah, this was my point. It already came, it came up. It came up right away. Okay, this is like toward, this is Shinjuku Goen or Sendagaya sort of area right here. If I move it down here a little bit, so here in Tokyo, for example, in this market here in central Tokyo, right, we have a mix of colors. We have a mix of the matrix. We have some red pill. We have some blue pill, and then we have some middle market samples. That so you should use this as well in your own searches when you're there looking at different markets in Japan. Remember, we looked at that one video the other day in Otsu. When we looked in the Otsu market, we saw a distribution of colors, which means we saw a distribution of demand. There's demand when we're looking at these sort of medium colors that aren't red. There's demand for a, I'm guessing this is going to be 800 mon or 8,000 mon. Let's have a look. What do we have here? What's it's kicking up right now? Let's see if Tokyo Meter will say, oh look, I'm wrong. Okay, I'm a little fat. Okay, 699 or 7,000 mon. Okay, we hit this orange one here. This might be 800, for example, or seven. This is 8, and that there you go. When we hit the red one, we're going to be into the millions, right? This is Nioku. Okay, so there's demand at different varying levels of the market. However, when we looked there in the Chiba market, there was nothing there, and that's why these Airbnbs were going broke, because I think that this demand that's reflected in this map too probably is this is there. I don't have any evidence of this, but I'm connecting that there is no demand for the real estate, so maybe there's no demand for people really to go there. That's kind of my point. Okay. Anyways, another interesting discussion here on the real estate market there, and here in Choshi, which is a beautiful place, Inuboseki. It really is beautiful, and that's why, like for example, like there's a pretty girl here with her boyfriend taking a picture on a beautiful beach here in Chiba. However, maybe they're just there for a day trip or something. And then, of course, I love the lighthouses and stuff like that. But yeah, ultimately, it is a broken market, and just have to know that when you're going to there to buy sort of things like this, that you're probably never ever going to be able to sell that, and that's going to be in so many places in Japan. There's just no demand in these areas as the population is going down. There is high pockets of the popular areas where the demand is still popular. Anyway, if you'd ever like to buy anything in Japan, you can always come here to my Instagram, the Tokyo Real Estate Man website. Right there, you can DM me there. Okay, DM me there. What any interesting photos? I did have that one sort of interesting video I did there in Shibuya the other day. I invite you to watch that. Please follow the channel, subscribe to the channel, follow the Instagram. My webpage, Tokyo Real Estate Man website is right there. Nakamura's coming today. We're going to look at an apartment in Akasaka. He's coming to help me on my taxes. You can contact me there. But maybe the best way is for you to send a direct email to me. Well, anyway, thank you for watching another video here from the Tokyo Real Estate Man. いつもこのチャンネル見てるの皆様ありがとうございます。今日の動画も終わりです。すいません。失礼します。